to another episode of Candid Conversations. This is episode 119 with Nika Laden and a little bit about her, the Southern Virginia native. The singer-songwriter Nika Laden is a throwback in a contemporary R&B world. Based out of DC, she has always been determined to keep her country girl Southern spirit no matter where she lands. Her musical influence ranges from Denise Williams to George Strait. She stepped on the scene with her February release of her debut single, Energy, which is a perfect bridge between classic soul from the 90s with a modern day twist. So, Nika, I hope I'm saying that right.
Yes.
Okay,
Nika.
excellent. Nika, all right. So, how are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I am feeling good. I'm feeling good. There's a
Good.
lot happening. We're live from the labyrinth right now. I call it the
Okay.
labyrinth because there's always something moving in the studio. You like it's never the same twice. But South Virginia. What's it
Yes.
like out there this time of year?
Cold and country. I don't know what else to say. It's cold. It's country. Really cold. Actually, the temperatures have been really mild this winter. It's not even winter yet, but um, recently they've been pretty mild.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but typically cold.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where is Virginia? Like, how close to the border is Virginia?
To the Canadian border?
To the Canadian border, yeah. Um,
Uh, eh, I am. So it takes us about, well, where I'm from, it's about a good 7 hour drive to New York. Like New
okay,
York, New York. So I'm guessing it would be what, like 10, 11 hours to get to, the north side of New York to get to that part of Canada.
okay, okay. All right, all right.
So, yeah.
That's a fair drive. Fair drive.
Yeah.
Okay, so shout outs to MJ Savino. She is going to be sending you the link shortly.
Yay. Okay.
So you
Thank
can
you.
add it to your. So we'll save some of the comments, some of the good comments for a little bit later.
Okay. And if I have to like scoot out just to like send the link off, is that I don't I
Yeah,
mean
that's
I
fine.
don't think it would. Okay, okay. I want
That's
to make
fine. That's
sure. Okay.
okay. Okay, so
We'll
yeah,
keep the
no,
party going without you
yeah,
for a second.
we'll just plug something else that we're doing, I guess, while you
Okay.
do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So what got you is first of all, are you using your real name or an alias?
It's so it is a pseudonym.
Pseudonym. There we go.
But
Mm.
my real name is Tanika. So Nika
Okay.
is what most people call me anyway,
Okay.
and Ladine is my middle name.
Okay. Okay.
So it's
All
not
right.
my full government name, but it's still me.
Yeah. 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 All
Yeah.
right. All right. So when did when did Nika become the creative, the artist, the person we're speaking to now? Like what
I
started the evolution, I guess.
I've I've always been a creator. I've always been a writer. I've always thought outside of the box, and so um, being a being a singer songwriter, it was never anything that came hard to me. It was never a difficulty for me. Um, but Nika Ladine, the artist, um, I did not grow into this until um, a few years ago.
Okay.
And it really took someone. I had been singing, kind of helping people out in studios, and it took someone else to kind of say, "Look, you write music and you sing, and you've been doing like backup stuff and hooks for other people. Why don't you just do this for yourself? And I was like, hadn't really thought about it. So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I was just content with kind of writing and doing things for other people. So
All right. All right. Interesting. Interesting. So someone basically discovered your talent and decided to point it out to you. All right.
yeah, pretty much.
That helps a lot. Yeah. Somebody else kind of like really realize you're doing something cool. Hey, that's really neat. Did you realize it?
Yeah.
Keep doing that.
Okay, so I can barely hear him.
Oh,
I can barely hear you.
That's better? Probably. I
Yay!
took the mic off.
There you
There he
go.
goes. There he goes. All right.
I'm
So
a terrible producer. Sorry.
we do have
Learning
two.
It's
stuff.
okay.
We do have two guests in studio. Introduce yourself, sir.
Squirrel Master.
And then we got the producer, the Cloud Wizard.
Well, there's actually three.
Three.
There is
Oh,
DK.
the K Lonely
Yeah,
is
he's
working on
working,
a
though.
beat in the
making
background
some
in the
beats.
studio over there.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. There's always something happening at Expose the North Enterprises, and you know, I like to keep it productive. I like to keep it very productive. So,
Indeed.
all right. I'm gonna ask you a question. I guess I want you to pick one or the other. If you
Okay.
were to sing something outside of your everyday genre, would it be closer to like? Would you try something closer to dubstep or metal?
Metal.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's intriguing.
Yeah.
Like I can hear the harmonies in your voice even as you speak. So it's just like that on a heavy metal beat. That
I always love female vocals when in metal. That's one of my favorite. Like it just mashes so well for some reason.
yeah.
I don't like male vocals on metal, to be honest with you. It kind of bothers me. Unless they can get those high sopranos and stuff. Then
it's funny. There is a song. There are actually two songs. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge Janet Jackson fan. Janet is my spirit animal. But she has two songs. One of them is called Trust to Try.
Okay.
And the other one is Black Cat.
Okay.
And they both have like this metal feel to it that it's like, you get that metal feel to it. I actually just had a conversation with a friend of mine who is also an artist here in the DMV. And I told him, because he's been saying this for like months now. He's like, we gotta collaborate. And I'm like, all right, look, if we are going to collaborate, because I know you can do this, it has to be Linkin Park meets R&B.
Ooh.
I will not settle for anything. This dude made a song and it was like, is that Green Day? That sounds like Green Day. No, that's not Green Day. So I was like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we gotta do this. So I need you to bring me Linkin Park meets R&B. That's what we're gonna do. So
bring the rock over. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That matches up nicely. There's a lot of country and R&B mashups lately I've been seeing. Bringing the rock in is good. That's gonna be fun.
The manager has been listening to some Walker Hayes, and you know what I mean. He's got a hip hop vibe to him, even though he's not country. He country. You got to take out the T and just roll that over. He country. So, yeah. Oh man. So what's
okay? Quick question for you. Can I check to see if MJ sent that link?
Yes, you can.
I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, so it's not gonna like let me know. I have to check it.
Okay, all right, you check that. Squirrel Master, what's your favorite genre of music? Yeah, while you do
Let's
that,
pop you off for a second here and give you some privacy.
Yeah.
Oh. Just holler when you're back.
I like.
Okay, I'm coming back. Give me a second.
Okay.
Electric music.
Okay.
Anything really that just makes me wanna, be part of it.
Nice. Okay. All right. What's your favorite genre to create?
I don't know what I would call it. I do a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of rapping. Try to do my own style of underground stuff and even practice doing more popular demanded topics and stuff like that. But I'm still learning. I've rhymed for years, but I never really started writing until a few years ago.
Okay, so you're saying your stuff's more topical and it's less about the beats behind it kind of thing. It's the message that you're trying to lay down.
I'm back. Sorry.
Hang on, there we go.
Yay, I'm back.
There.
And we back.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Did you get it?
I did. I got it.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, boom. There we go. Excellent. All right, so I'm just trying to share the link a little bit. Get some more people involved in this. This is the 119th episode of Candid Conversations featuring Nika Laden. We have Squirrel Master here as well as the Cloud Wizard. We are going to be syndicated on Liquid Fire Radio. Shout outs to Christy Hales from the Upper Space doing her thing. Yeah. What time is it? It is.
What do we got?
6:15. No, 20 after
20
6.
after 6.
All right, so Virginia, what's the time zone out there?
We're on Eastern.
Eastern? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so it's around the same time.
Yeah, we're in the same time zone. All right, cool. It's like there was a time where I remembered all the time zones and the locations and the areas, and it's just like adulting took over, and it's just like, does that?
I can Google it if I need to. I don't need to put that in my brain.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's like my cell phone has like a world clock, so it's like
yeah, whatever. It doesn't need to be up there. I got better space now. I got more space for other things.
Shoot,
I wrote a song or something.
It's bonkers. So bonkers. It's like things that I used to remember that I no longer remember. Birthdays. I like my uncle. He was like, "Oh, you remember everybody? You always remember birthdays." I'm like, "Really? I don't. I kind of only remember yours and a handful of other people." It's like
I remember the ones that Facebook tells me to.
Yeah. No. I remember. I don't know how I remember his. You know how I remember his? Because he remembers mine. He calls me up.
That's
like,
a big deal.
Yeah,
that's a big thing too.
Like he'll check me every.
Right.
If he doesn't hear from me every couple of weeks or a couple of months, he'll call me in. And for the always, I don't understand why. No, I know why. He caught me walking down the street one time with a staff. So ever since then, he's called me Moses.
Yes.
So
he's just waiting for you to let your people. He's just waiting for you to like ask Pharaoh to let your people go. That's what that is.
That's what it is.
It's the biblical stuff.
Right? Yeah, but every time he calls me, he's like, Moses, Wagwan. Oh man, so you know, it's funny. Do you have any pet names from your family that are just like really? Why?
So yes, of course, most people call me Nika, or a lot of like I have an aunt who calls. Well, I have aunties who call me Nini. Mm-hmm. I have an aunt who calls me Nini, and I don't know where Nini comes from, but she's like, "Hey, Nini," and I'm like, I've been Nini all my life. But my family nickname that, especially my dad's side of the family, they all call me Pookie.
Oh, no.
And I have cousins that, I mean, they will see me in a professional setting. It doesn't matter. And they're like, Pooh, what's up, Pooh? What's up? Like,
I misheard that. I thought you said coochie.
No.
She said Pookie.
Okay, Pookie. You cut out halfway through there. That's my aunt's nickname too. That's funny. But no, I misheard that terribly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Oh man.
Shame on you.
I'm deaf. The stream cut out. It was just a bad mix there. I'm like, I need to make sure I heard that right. That couldn't have been what you said.
No. Oh man.
No.
Welcome to Candid Conversations, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wow. Oh man.
Yeah.
That is gold.
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
No.
Sorry. My hearing goes. It's bad sometimes.
Okay. Well,
I need to double check what comes in the ears.
let's test this out. We got this song, Energy, ready to play. All you got to do is hit that play button. And wait, hold on. Before we hit the play button, we'd like to get a preface from Miss Laden.
Okay.
All right. So let us know a bit about the song. Yes.
This is my first single. It is called Energy. There's a long story behind it that I ain't getting into. But let's just say,
all right, on that, I'm hitting play.
This is one of those songs where it's like I wrote a song about it. Well, here it goes. But this is my first single, and I hope everybody enjoys it.
All right.
Make sure the fader's on the right side. I knew I heard harmony in her voice.
You can't make faces like that. Like you make me sound like I sound good.
Hey.
Tell me how we met somewhere before.
This right here is some soul lounge music. Like, you're not clapping at the end of this, you're snapping your fingers.
You're just fucking eyes closed, not in your head.
Amazing. How you just showed up in my life. Familiar. Like us was connected at first sight. You don't have to tell me what you're thinking. I can reach into your mind when you're dreaming. Universe made this happen for a reason. I feel your energy. I feel your energy around me. Desire. Can we just look past what we see? This lifetime. I believe you manifested me. Unlike any other man, you're so different. One in the same, I'm the tempo, you're the rhythm. You might be the Ashford to my Simpson. Yeah. Envision the day I'll be able to call you mine. I'm patient.
I haven't heard anything
And we
like
both
this.
know it's a matter of time.
I have
When it
gigabytes
happens,
of
I'll be your addiction. I hope you heal.
This is so
You can call me
smooth.
your prescription. My love's already yours, so baby, stop resisting.
And I've been looking for some more R&B too.
I'm gonna go on my cruise playlist in the car.
I can feel your energy. I feel your energy around me. I can't let go of my emotions. Energy is so rare. And we're both having some anxiety, but let's not fighting what we
Walking down the street later on, be like, I can't even hit the note, man.
Mm.
I can't even. I was gonna try just like, nah, I ain't gonna embarrass myself online.
You got this. Do it. Come on.
Hold on. I gotta bring my voice up a little bit. Like, I'd have to hit the lower note, like.
I'm waiting for Squirrel to just start freestyling. This
Yeah.
came some stuff we were singing about in the car earlier.
Yeah. No, that's nice. That's nice. I really appreciate this because it's a nice groove. We got a shot. Who's the producer of this beat?
Yeah.
Producer of this beat, his name is AJ Throwback.
AJ Throwback. Gotta give the producer some love, you know what I mean? Because I know I don't know how it is with you when you're writing a song, but for me, it's like when I hear that beat, it's just like, okay, everything shut up. I'm going to write now. Just like, just boom, I get it in. What are 3 things you look for in an instrumental? Check the chat.
I'm a sucker for a strong bass line. Definitely a sucker for a strong bass line in the song.
Okay.
Okay. I want, when I feel it, or when I've said this before and it sounds weird to some people, but if you know, you know, but some people just don't know. So I'm just going to say it anyway. And I apologize for the noise in the background. I live in the city and the sirens are like driving past my house. Welcome to DC. Yay. so when I hear an instrumental, I like to close my eyes to see it. And I like to visualize. It's almost as though when I close my eyes, the rest of my senses take over. If I'm listening to an instrumental, and I don't care what it is. I was listening to Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven the other day, and I did the same thing. Wow. I close my eyes and I can see it, and I can see every single visual of what I'm hearing. And it takes.
I do the same thing. That's amazing. I do the exact same thing. That's shutting down some of your senses and just getting into that meditative trance and focusing on the sounds coming in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
that's a great way to look at. That's a great way to do it.
That's the biggest thing for me. It has to take me to a certain place, and I have to hear it and envision exactly what I feel and what I want to say.
Okay.
Because I feel like 2 people can hear the same instrumental and write something totally. I mean, that's obvious. We can write something totally different to it, because I can hear it and I can feel just this whole heavy melancholy feeling, and you could hear it and you'll be like, "Dang, like that's a smooth beat," and I'm like, I was so sad after hearing that song, you know. So.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So I think those are the biggest things. The bass line, like I said, a hidden bass line. And I always hear all of the instruments. Like I can hear the instrumental as a collective, but then I hear every single, geez, dude, I'm trying to do an interview. Can you hear the noise?
Oh yeah, I just heard that one.
They're just driving past.
They don't even play.
No, and that's like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, dude, I'm trying to sleep.
That sounds like it's right outside.
I think it is. Like, they ain't coming for me though.
Oh, what to say? Yeah, we did have a Candid Conversations episode where one individual ended up getting approached by police and escorted from Parliament Hill. It was
no
way. I'm telling you, we're talking. This dude, we did a Canada Day special. It was with an Indigenous man, and he was Indigenous. He owned an Indigenous bookstore, the whole 9. I was like, okay, let's advocate for this man's cause. Let's, put him out there. And then things just went sideways, and it was just like, And then after the fact, he not only accosted me online, but then went to go for my business manager and other people that I knew. It was just like,
wow.
Yeah, we now screen people before we do podcasts.
Well, I can assure you, they ain't coming for me.
Cool.
You're in good hands with me.
Oh man. I don't know what I do. Just see the door buck off the hinges and just like.
No. I don't know what I would do if I saw that.
Turn more cameras on.
Oh man. I'd have to message MJ and be like, "Yo, straight up, the wildest shit just happened."
Oh,
Oh, geez,
hilarious.
that's great. Oh man. Oh, I was,
Oh, no yawning. No. It's
yo,
too early for that.
I'd love to believe that, but mind you, I wake up with a UV. Sorry, I don't mean to. No, mind you, that could still be considered feminine-ish. Anyways, I had a conversation with a woman about calling her bro the other day.
I
Shout out
call
to
everybody.
yes,
I call and it's not even bro. It's just bruh. It's like, yo,
bro.
bro. Like seriously, I call my mom that. My mom, I did that to. I was like, hey, bruh. Like everybody's bruh.
I hit my dad with it the other day. I was on the phone with him, and I'm just like, I'm talking, and he asked me a question. I'm like, bruh, and then I'm just like, oh my god, I am so sorry. I just brud you. He's like, it's all right, it's cool. I mean, it's just so easy to say because, like, you're not gonna up in mid sentence, yo, sis. Nah, it doesn't work like that. It just, bruh. So, but no, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. Oh, that was too funny. Oh, Jesus. Oh, wow. Okay. Ow. Okay, so here's a question.
Okay.
Cake or pie?
This is don't even. That's a
Cake.
Cake? Okay. Unfortunately, I don't know. I what goes better with ice cream though?
I don't like ice cream.
You don't? Okay,
No,
all
I
right.
don't eat ice. I don't like ice cream at all.
I'm sometimes ish. I have Oreo ice cream sandwiches in my freezer. They've been there for like the last 3 weeks. I'll eat them when I have a finicky for them. I'm not finicky for it, but like when I have it, it has to be in combination with like apple pie or something like that, or I'll have some.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gotta be. And someone told me, actually, I think it was DUI who told me, another producer I work with, that if you put cheese on your apple pie before you put the ice cream on there.
Yes, I've heard of that. That's a common.
I've heard people say that too, and that just does not sound appealing to me.
I
I
don't know. Like, I'm a cheesehead. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a cheese guy. Like, I just had a poutine and I had to make sure it had enough cheese on it.
You know what was a pairing that I wasn't aware of?
What?
Apples and cheese.
Yes, apples
Fruits and
and cheese.
cheeses. That actually goes really good.
Grapes and cheese.
Didn't find that
I've
out
heard
till
people
like
do.
30.
Yeah, I've heard people do apples and cheese. I'll do cheese and cheese. I mean, I'll put cheese and I'm an extra cheese kind of girl too. Like, so I went to Philly for the first time last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend prior. And shout out to my producer, Calvin Williams. Calvin and I found this spot in Philly. It was a mom and pop pizza place. And when I say it was by far the best pizza I have ever had in my life, it was something special. And it was just this mom and pop shop pizza. Best pizza I've ever had, hands down, in my life.
Okay, I think some of them mom and pop shops make the best, because especially the ones that are in those old buildings that like look like they've been there for like 50 plus years. They know what they're cooking.
Yeah, and you'll find the ones that are mob run.
Yeah.
They've been around a while.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, we're at about the halfway point of the show, and I would like to flip the script. This is where I give the guests the opportunity to ask the hosts any questions they may have about whatever comes to mind. It's a very dangerous situation. I know. I've had a few questions asked of me that I had to babble through, but but for the most part, like I kind of learned some interesting things about myself when these questions are asked. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So you've asked me where I was from, and I know you're from Canada. Have you ever visited anywhere in the United States?
Yes, I've been to New York a couple of times, and the
Okay.
last place I went, which was like 2007, was Florida. I
Mm.
went to like a
Okay.
timeshare there.
Did you drive to Florida?
No, we flew.
Okay.
We drove to Buffalo, and then we flew from
Okay.
Buffalo.
The only time I've been to Florida, we drove there, so we went through Virginia and all that fun stuff.
Virginia.
Yep.
Yay.
Yep. Been there, Georgia, Virginia, all that fun stuff.
Nice.
The
Yeah.
grits were
So
good.
you
I gotta
already
say.
knew where Virginia was.
Yeah, I just stay quiet.
It's funny because I live in DC, I live in the District of Columbia, but I am 5 minutes. So I'm 5 minutes north of Virginia and about 5 minutes south of
Yeah.
Maryland.
If I
So I'm
remember
like right
correctly,
here.
DC's weird, right? It's like the Vatican. Like it's a weird kind of like its own state within a state, right? Like it's DC's kind
No,
of strange
so
in that way.
DC is actually not a state at all. DC is
Right.
it's a federal municipality. So it is the capital of the entire country, but and I don't know. I don't want to really.
Yeah, it's
quote,
weird. That's
quote
why I
this,
could never
but
wrap my head around
we
it.
really are not represented by government. So we pay like federal taxes, but when we don't have fair representation because we're not a state.
So it's
So
like Puerto
if
Rico
you
or
read our
something kind of
license
thing.
plate, our license plates at the bottoms of every single license plate, it says "in taxation without representation."
Does it really?
Because-
On all the plates?
Yeah, on the license plates for your car, it's at the bottom. You can Google it. It says
I believe that. There's no
taxation
way that isn't true.
without representation.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
So they doing it,
Yeah.
and then they telling you that they doing it, and they have no remorse while it's being done.
Right.
Deal with it or get out.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess my next question would be, it's funny. You say you've been to New York a few times. I've only ever been once, and I live like 4 hours away.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, if you could hear me do any other genre of music, what would it be vocally?
Realistically speaking, the first thing that came to my mind was like a gospel song.
I sing in church, like,
but not. I mean,
like a style,
new school, like Pop Song, Kirk Franklin kind of. You know what I mean? That kind of like upbeat, like even Whoopi Goldberg and Sister Act kind of thing. That kind of
bringing in the big the big voice.
Yeah,
the big voice. That's the word I couldn't. Big voice. That's what you have. A very big voice.
Like I think you can hit a note and sustain it for quite some time.
I just had that
what I was getting
conversation
to.
with my best friend. My best friend is a musician as well, and she was like, she always talks about my style. She's like, you're very, you kind of bring the 70s, 80s, and 90s together. I mean, obviously, you can tell by what I'm wearing. I'm really 90s today. I'm feeling my 90s today. So, but she said one thing that you haven't done that I want to hear you do in a song is I want you to hit a note and I want you to just sustain it. And I'm like, why would I want to do something like that? And then it dawned on me, every single old school R&B singer has done that. Whitney did that. Yeah. Shaka did that. Mariah, Denise Williams did that. Mariah did that.
CC,
right. CC did that. Hell, BB did that.
BB did that
too. So I feel her on what she said. So I need to just go ahead and pick a note.
Gospel would be the perfect. Calvin Williams is confirming good ass pizza, and I'm from New York. Okay, what up? What up? So no, I think gospel would be a good note to do that. The question is, what song would it be? There's so many.
I know.
There are
I
so
mean,
many.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, I have to ask you because it's been like bouncing around my head. How did you get the name Squirrel Master?
Well, Squirrel Master comes from a character from a movie called Half Baked.
Ah,
Yeah.
remember
I
now.
was a little guy in high school, but I still didn't take no one's BS, you know.
Okay.
But I also had the squirrel, so the name kind of stuck. And,
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
makes
and
my stepdad found a squirrel that got rejected from its nest on a roofing job, and they thought I'd like it. I'm sure he knew my mom wouldn't like it. They were separated at the time, so my mom would not let me keep it in the house. So I brought it to school, put it in, like a box in my backpack, so he wouldn't, he had room and stuff.
Mhm.
And then finally, the teachers caught on. They're like, "Okay, what's the gig? What's going on here?"
Mm.
So I showed, I'm not gonna rat you out, but you gotta do something with it.
Mm.
So I tried to let him go in the football field, like, hoogie boogie, scare him away, run away, split the other way. He chased me, swear to God, climbed back up my pant leg and back in my backpack. My friends were right there at the big willow tree where we, do our thing at lunch break.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And I'm pretty dang squirrely, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Like that's a legit story. I was trying to figure out because I'm just like, okay, I've heard some names in my time, but like, and he said it without batting an eye. So I was just like, okay, there's got to be a fucking story to this. There has to be a story. Oh man, that is great. Okay.
We don't pick our nicknames usually.
No. I got
I
the
find you, yeah.
I got my name to block because I was in the middle of the hallway in the academy all the time. Yep.
I mean, the other time when we were trying to park, you did a pretty good job blocking the license plate number. So
Yep.
I get it.
People stand in front of me when they trying to block out the sun.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, shade. Cool.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's I've gone with. Just makes sense. Let's shout out Crooked Control. Shout out Patrick Kruger. It's his birthday today. We're gonna go jam for a bit later on.
Some Ontario
Oh
boys.
man,
Happy birthday.
Ontario boys. Yeah, they are. Oh, they're next level. They're next level. What else we have happening here? Tomorrow, we have the open jam circle, the holiday jam circle at Camp Cataract.
Mhm.
That's in Niagara Falls, and then Saturday at I want to say Wonder Bar, also known as Queenston Pub. Crooked Control will be playing live. So
Nice.
yeah, there's a lot happening in the next couple of days.
Definitely go see them live.
Yeah.
You will not regret it. You're going to be one of those people that I saw them in a bar sometime before. You want to be those people.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so you had another single. I got another single in the email. Just I can't remember the name of it.
Is it queued up over here?
No, it's not queued up. It's in the same folder as it should be. The folder should be there.
Oh, I still have it up.
Okay, so then
here it is.
Be the second one, yeah.
So it's this one here. So this moment.
Yes,
sound right?
It's image this moment.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see that. I misread that.
Everybody thinks that's a typo, or they think it's a part of the file name. And I'm like, no, the name of the song is Image this moment.
It's the underscore that threw me off. I thought it was it's the underscore you got in there and the space. So
you know what? And the way that it's actually named is Image this moment. Like that's the actual name of the song.
And you can't use a colon in file names.
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
it. That makes more sense. Once I see that on the album, it'll make way more sense.
Right. Actually,
ready to go.
I'm not putting this song on the album.
Oh, so this is a treat then.
Yeah, it's just random single. And actually, I'm hesitant to put Energy on the album.
Really?
So, yeah,
what?
I love the song. I think it's a beautiful song, but I've been kind of
saying you got better stuff than that.
I shout out to Calvin Williams right now. Calvin
right.
is like, I know he's over there gushing and beaming right now. Calvin and I have a single coming out, but I'll tell you guys about that later.
Okay.
And I'm trying to do a radio show here.
They are wilding out there.
They want to remix it, that's all.
All right,
It
pull up the
wasn't
tune.
me.
Of my entrance, snap a picture, share a message, hear that flicker, press my presence, shine the spotlight, feel my essence. I'm here right now. Don't wait. If you hesitate, you might just miss me. Don't blink, solidified in ink. See me smiling, I'm so pretty. Have you wildin', cause I'm so witty. Super classy, but still a hippie. I'm taking over every city. I'm a rare one. I'm already there, but I can't slow down. Profound.
It's feel good
And you
music.
don't wanna miss this moment. Just make sure you catch this moment. And you don't wanna miss this moment. Just make sure you catch this moment. Can you feel that? I'm so wretched. All my joy is so infectious. Blow your kisses and leave you breathless. Hold up, lady. Now don't be jealous. I'm not cocky, but I am forever grateful. Got a drum beat blaring that only I can march. Precious like a flower petal. Had to grow to love my freckles. I'm a sweetheart, but a rebel. I've come too far to ever settle.
Would you do a video for this?
No.
She goes, no. So roughly. Okay. She has. She knows what she's doing. She got her plans already. That's good.
Just make sure you catch this moment. And you don't wanna miss this moment. Just make sure you catch this moment.
Heard the game done changed, so they like, where you been, player? I've been acting John David Washington, went and got married to my Zendaya. But don't miss this moment, now let me tell you about moments past. I was a player like you were a player, but your coach is gone.
This is Calvin?
Let me give you the game.
That is not Calvin.
No? Oh.
No.
Place just not this. I'm starting to think I need a this clown. Are you still writing if you got this down? Or you still taking your low dabs at me? Maybe want to connect, just not this round. Nope, not this lifetime. Opponent, don't miss this moment. Your omen is holding you back from going, so just disown it or own it, embrace it. Face it, faker, you're wasted. Get chased away, I'll replace it. But hey, you're basically basic. But hey, now you crying on the phone again, talking about you feel alone again. I tell her hang up. Let me tell you about the zone I'm in. Don't make me tell you about your tone again. Cause we can bang, bruh. She would never let you bone again. I guess you better go and phone a friend and do your thing, bruh. I just wanna bring this moment in, and then you don't wanna miss this.
Just make sure you catch this moment. And you don't wanna miss this moment. Just make sure you catch this moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite song, by the way.
It seems like one of your earlier songs.
It was actually no, Energy came out first, and that actually came. That song was released in June of this year. Um, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this as an artist. I, I don't like that song like, at all.
Really?
Really?
I don't like
Okay.
it. I didn't like it when I got the beat. I got the beat and I was struggling with what to write to it. I was going through depression at the time, and I was like, I need to write something that's gonna get me out of this depression. And so um I wrote about myself from a very cocky and arrogant standpoint,
Okay.
and I wasn't feeling any of the lyrics. And I tried to be as modest as I could when writing. But if I can be completely indulgent for a second, I hate that song.
Wow.
That makes sense though, because it's if you're in a state that you didn't like and you're trying to get out of it and you put that energy into the song, of course you're not going to like it. But now other people that are going through that will be able to tap into that energy and maybe make some sense of it. So just because you don't like that song doesn't mean that somebody else isn't going to draw on that energy and maybe help them heal a little.
Absolutely. No, I
So
would
like,
never
don't be
knock
discouraged
anybody
because
else
you don't
for
like it.
saying like, "Oh my God, that's my jam.
Yeah,
I love that song." But
that's what I'm
for
saying.
me,
Put everything you got
I
out.
know the place. I know where it came, the place that it came from, and and I'm actually reading comments, and Calvin is like, "Nope, not me."
Yep.
but but no, I'm not a fan of. That's not my favorite song. It's not my favorite song. The music that I have coming out is so different. Different production, different feel. Um, yeah, it's gonna that song actually took me well out of my comfort zone. I didn't, like I said, I didn't know what to write to it. I got the beat and I kept trying to figure out what am I supposed to do with this, because my spirit and my brand is very old school. It's very like I said, that 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe even some 60s in there. And I was like, doo-wop. That's the only thing I can think. If I add lots of layers to this, then this is gonna really draw vocally what I want, and it's gonna take me to it's gonna take it to where I want the song to be. And for me, it never reached that mark.
Oh, really?
You cut out.
Just you cut out halfway through there. You're back though.
Huh?
You're back now.
Oh,
You got cut off
I'm
on the end.
sorry. Maybe it was meant for me to cut out halfway through that thing. Because I'm sure I'm pissing some people off right now.
Oh, it probably was gonna make another bad word that I wasn't supposed to say on air.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man. All right. So before we get too close to the end, is there anybody that you want to shout out or give thanks to, or commend for helping you do what you do and getting to this point in your career?
Yeah. I want to send lots of love to, of course, Calvin. Calvin is he's my little brother. I call him my little brother, but he's the little brother that's bigger than the big sister. Like he has to like kind of reel me back in sometimes, and he's just like, you're so high strung, and he already knows these things about me, so he's always kind of pull it back, girl. So shout out to him. My production team, New Choice, with New Choice Music, and yeah, those are my, and Fox. I have to say shout out to Fox. What's up, Taj Fox? From the Fox Den. Like he sent me an instrumental the other day, and I actually just laid the demo down, finished it yesterday, and I already had an idea. Like I heard the song, I already had the concept in my head, and went through and just laid it all out. And so I had to keep stopping. I have my recording equipment here, but if you couldn't tell already, sirens kind of take over, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to have all that in the background. But so yeah, shout out to Fox, and he's an incredible artist as well. Calvin and I have a single coming out February 14th, Valentine's Day. It is called E4L. It is not a love song. It is a "You Broke My Heart" song.
Oh, it's a shitty Valentine's Day song.
Oh boy.
It's a
all right.
Well, it's a missing you. It's a missing you song. It is a follow up to Energy, if I can be honest. It is like the follow up to Energy. And New Choice and I have New Choice you're gonna hear some of his sounds on the album. The album is coming out in 2022. The name of the album is Nika Redeemed. Kind of like, y'all talk about the Bible. I grew up in church, so the name of the album is Nika Redeemed. It's gonna be cool. So
he nailed it on the head when he said gospel stuff.
Yeah, I literally, like, I've been singing in the choir since I was 11. So
That is.
That's why, yeah. That's why I got that big voice. You gotta fill that room up. You gotta fill that room up. It's like,
I was the kid in the choir hiding, going, "Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day."
Yep. See, I'm telling you now, and that's just on like that's on a phone microphone or a laptop microphone.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I'm on my iPhone.
She's on her phone right now. Can you imagine hearing that through speakers and everything? Listen,
I don't know.
Or at a concert even.
It's funny, Pop. I don't know if you heard it, but when I was actually in the other room when you joined, and I was singing Erykah Badu, and then I walked in and I was like, "Oh crap, he's there."
I thought I heard something.
I wasn't down there for that.
I was like, "Hello."
I was just going out. For some reason, I have had "On and On" by Erykah Badu in my head today.
Oh.
So I was literally just going in on Erykah Badu.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. She's one of the classiest. Oh my gosh, to ever do it.
Yeah.
I have. Do you have an album in the works?
Yes. Nika Redeemed. Yep.
Valentine's Day.
No. So the next single is being released on Valentine's Day. I refuse to put an exact release date on my album yet because I don't want to feel like I don't want to procrastinate on this, but I also want to make sure that when I bring it to you, I bring it to you in full force. I want to make sure that you get the fullness of everything. Vocally, I want to make sure that I'm bringing the right people in. I want to make sure that the timing is right. And so I haven't even put a release date on it. But I can tell you just some of the music. It's funny because the people, the guys that I've been working with on this album, I had the song and I had written it and I had recorded, just, laid it out, just the acapella. And I called my boy New Choice and I'm like, "Hey, I got this song. I don't know if you want to do anything with it." And he's like, "All right, I'll get to it when I can get to it." And I'm like, "Okay." It's like a month went by. And I think I talked to him like at least like twice, 3 times a week for that month. And he was like, "I still haven't opened that email. I promise you I'm going to get to it." So he hits me up on a Saturday. He says, I'm in like this creative zone. I'm going to open your email now. And if I like the instrument, if I like the acapella that I've done, I'll get back to you, but it's probably going to take me a few days. I'm like, okay. 2:00 in the morning, he emails me back. He's like, "Listen to this." And he had completed, and he's like, "Yo, you don't understand. Like, I heard it." And I was like, "I got to do something to this." And so he had a complete instrumental done for that song. in a matter of a few hours. Same thing with Calvin. The next single is called E4L. I know it's very Prince. It actually does have a meaning, but the name of the song is E4L. It stands for Everything for Life. Cal and I, the song came about because I wrote down my feelings, and I just happened to be listening to an Isley Brothers instrumental album. And I wrote out my feelings to this one song that I heard that Calvin will not let me tell him what song it is. He said, you have to wait until the release date. Fine. So I called Cal on the phone and I'm like, hey, like I got this song, I got this melody, and I sing the melody, and he goes, no, wait, no, you gotta hold on. He grabs an acoustic guitar and he just starts playing this acoustic guitar like behind my vocals, and I'm like, loop that. And 3 days later, we had like a fully recorded song. 3 days.
Nice.
So I have, when I say this team around me, they're not just giving me old stuff. They're just like, hey, I got this beat and it's been sitting in my, it's sitting here for like 15 years or whatever. It's like, nah, sing that again. Okay, I got to play this. And they're like, and then I'm like, no, and do the inversion of that. And then we are literally sitting there and conjuring up music as we go.
Okay.
That's really cool.
I want to extend an invitation to the Terrell Effect. When your album is ready, let me know. We're booking, we're booked up until like January, February now. And I know you don't have a timeline on it, but when you do have everything wrapped up and organized and you're ready to present it to the world, I would love to have you back again on our Saturday show so that we could play the whole album and just catch a vibe.
Oh yeah.
I would love that. I would love that. Oh, that warmed my heart.
Awesome.
All right.
And I don't want to cut you guys off, but I'm literally looking at the comments now, and I'm like, I don't know who Kelsey Swayze is, but thank you so much. Thank you so much, sister. And Heritage Hip Hop, that's my boy Karev. I'm so sorry. I have to give a huge shout out to Karev. Karev is another one who pulls me in. Like, if he sees me getting out of line, he's like, nope. You gotta. So, and he's one of my biggest supporters. So thank you so much, Kay. I love you. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we are coming close to the end of the show. Oh man, I want to thank Nika Laden for presenting her songs to us, and her true opinion. I really like the fact that you were willing to speak how you really felt about it. Some people try to get all PC and stuff. It's like, listen, this is candid conversations. Just speak how you feel and let the rest of them deal. You know what I mean? So, it's been a great conversation. We're here with Cloud Wizard and the Squirrel Master. And I think that's it.
Okay.
All right. Well,
119.
yeah. All right. Well, episode 119 is a wrap. Thank you for your time. Bless up. We out.